bit late in coming out today, folks. I've just been in the house sorting through a few of my emails that came in overnight from some of my fans from all over the world. A couple of them have asked questions on the emails, and I just want to get back to them if you don't mind. I had a fella called Lance who hails from Llandudno in the north of Wales. He said, Mr. Stephen, are you thinking at any point that you might want to open like a wee language facility, a language school, or perhaps an accent school, so that the rest of us people out here might be able to learn how to speak with an accent as lovely as the one you have there? Thanks very much, Lance. Very nice of you to say. Obviously, this is a very lovely accent, and anywhere you go in the world with an accent like this, people tend to gravitate towards you to bathe in the silky sounds that emanate from my mouth. Yes, I am thinking of opening some kind of online facility, Lance, to basically teach you all. Going on to the next email, a fella by the name of David. David is located in the town of Ipswich, known as Ipswich David, I'm sure. David asked me two questions. He first of all said, are you using any kind of filter on your wee broadcasts, because it looks like lovely and golden and warm where you are, and also I see you're out in the sun a lot, Mr. Stephen. Can I please be assured that you're taking adequate protection and putting nice lotion on your skin? David, thanks very much for the questions, and it's interesting that you asked those two questions, because the answers to the two questions are very much intertwined. First of all, yes, I do use a wee filter. I use a filter on my skin to basically change the colour of my skin a wee bit, and that, David, is because, in case you haven't noticed, I am an Irishman. Irish people were very much the last in line. Not the last in line like the Dio song. Dio was singing about something completely different to skin, but we were very much the last in line. Whenever they were handing out the skin at the big skin factory, all the other people in the world tended to get all the nice skin, and we got the skin that very much reacts to prolonged exposure to the rays of the sun. First of all, David, it goes sort of colour of and temperature of red hot liquid magma. After that, it sort of settles down after a couple of days into a lovely sort of salmon pink, and then about 48 hours later, David, it reverts back to its normal pasty white with red blotches kind of look. So I think you'll agree it's definitely very much a worthwhile endeavour, all this sunbathing, and very, very, very good for your skin as well. So that you see the way the answers were very much intertwined there. I use it I use a filter just to make myself look a wee bit more pleasant on the camera for you. But folks, that's the emails dealt with now. I keep the questions coming in, and I'll do my best to get back to you on them. But I'm here to talk mainly today about, there's a woman's house that I just passed up there. A woman lives in a very lovely house up there just near the beach. And that woman, folks, is none other than Moira Stewart. Moira's lived in the area here for quite a few years now. I first ran into her, I think it was about 1983, in the local Tesco there. I looked in her basket because I'm a wee bit nosy like that. And I couldn't help but notice in her basket, folks, she had quite a lot of chickpeas, quite a few packets, cans of chickpeas, and also a selection of herbs, some cooking oil. And I mean, my nosiness just got the better of me on this occasion. I'd only just met her, but still felt the need to inquire. I said, Moira, can you tell me what you're going to do with all those chickpeas and herbs? And she looked at me straight in the eyes. I'll never forget the look she gave me. She says, I'll tell you what I'll do with them, Mr. Stephen. I'm going home, I'm going to make falafel out of them. I've made falafel a few times, and I'm starting to really get into them now. I looked at her and I said, Moira, what on earth are falafels? And she said to me, Mr. Stephen, falafels are these lovely wee deep fried balls you make out of the chickpeas and the herbs. You just make the wee balls, plop them in the deep fat fryer for a few minutes, take them out, and make a wee sandwich out of them. You know, back in the day, folks, no one knew anything about this, and many people will doubtless tell you that falafels have been around for hundreds of years and they originate from the Middle East. It's just not true. It's just not true. Moira Stewart invented them in 1983, right here in Worthing. So she was very, very good at doing them, indeed, and would invite some friends around to have, you know, wee falafel parties. Moira, as I'm sure you're already aware, was a very good drummer, specialised in the drumming in heavy metal, pioneering a fantastic technique of the double kick drum. So she would invite her friends around, namely Dave Mustaine from Megadeth and Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. They would come around and they'd have a wee falafel party, eat loads of the falafel sandwiches, and then after dinner they'd all head down to Moira's basement, where they'd basically get together and start jamming the tunes, start jamming the metal. A little bit of an unknown supergroup there. What a thought, ladies and gentlemen, what a thought. What a brilliant band that must be. They say that Moira was drumming on a few of those Megadeth tracks in the late 80s, but she wasn't credited for any of them. Anyway, back to the falafels. Now, Moira was approached on several occasions by a few of the companies making food around at the time. Some of the companies looking to diversify a little bit, namely Uncle Ben's, who specialised in all the rice, of course, and Home Pride, who made very delicious casserole sauces. But Moira said, no, I don't want your money. I'm really enjoying my heavy metal drumming at the minute, and also I feel a yearning, I feel a need to go and pursue a career in the reading of the news. So that's what she did, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, when she was going in and doing her news broadcasts, she would always take in the news team a nice wee bowl of falafels, a few slices of white bread so they could make nice falafel sandwiches. She never went anywhere without them, really, which is a credit to her. And Moira, if you are watching this, I think you're such a good spud. You really are a lovely woman. I miss running into you on my wee walks and my wee shops in Tesco. I hope you're still making falafel. I hope it's every bit as good. I'm sure it is, as it was back all those years ago. And particularly want to say, Moira, I absolutely love your double kick drum technique. It's a thing of absolute beauty.